Hey guys, welcome to Silhouette Success. Today we are talking about the 3D tumbler craze. Everybody's doing it right now, and I'm going to tell you exactly how I get the best results. You're not going to want to miss this. Stick around. We're going to start off today by going to Creative Fabrica, and I'm going to type in 3D tumbler wraps, and it brings up a ton of options to choose from. You can be more specific in your search, but this gives you a great idea of what they have available to you. If you want to be a little more original, you can go over to Spark and click on Create Art. That will take you to this page here, and I'm going to type in 3D white roses, pink background. I'm going to choose painting and then hit ignite. So these are the options that it came up with this time. I had done one before I started recording that came out really nice. Let me open it up here. I think we'll be using this one for the demonstration today. Once you have the image that you want to use, then you go on over to Silhouette Studio, go to File, and Merge. And that brings the print onto our design mat. For a full tumbler wrap, you're going to need this image to be 9.3 inches wide by 8.2 inches tall. However, this is a square, so I am going to set the height at 8.2. My aspect ratio button is locked, so I'm just going to type in 8.2, and that will give me the proper height for my tumbler wrap. Now, to make things easy, I am going to attempt to unlock it and set this to 9.3. It may distort the image too much, but we shall see. And actually, I think that still looks good. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and turn on my print border so I can make sure that it stays within the print lines. We can flip this horizontally. I like to center mine to the page. And go ahead and print that out. I always check on the print preview page to make sure that it's all within the lines. I'm going to send it to my Sublimation printer. I think the colors look amazing. I'll put a link to all the designs that I used in the video in the description below. If you're looking for a good deal on tumblers, I highly recommend USA Warehouse Sublimation Sale Group - Johnson Carl on Facebook. The tumblers are phenomenal, and they come to a little over $4 a piece. You really can't beat that. Now I'll trim 3 sides and leave the 4th intact. I use an X-Acto blade and a ruler, but you can use a paper trimmer if you prefer. I like to flip my cup and my design upside down and place it on a flat surface. That helps to line up the edges. You want to place the trimmed side flat against the cup and bring the side with the overhang around on top of that. It's important to get the wrap as tight as you possibly can. Then I secure it with 3 pieces of heat tape. Next, you want to make a crease at the seam using either your thumbnail or a scraper. This is going to prevent bleeding at the seam. Okay, this is the important part. You want to start your tape past the overhang flap and wrap tightly around the cup and smush all of the air bubbles out as you go. You're going to spiral all the way down the cup. This is the part where people start coming at me saying this is overkill. But I've tried many different methods, and this is what works for me. I have about a 99% success rate with tumblers now, whereas before I was throwing away cases because of ghosting and bleeding and all kinds of other problems. Again, this is just what works for me. Hopefully it'll work for you as well. At the end, you're going to leave just a little bit of overhang. You're going to use that overhang to smush the air out around the end of the cup and secure it with that tape. You should be able to see the seam through the painter's tape. That means that you've got good pressure all the way around. Now I'm just going to take my scraper and press out any of the creases along the bottom. Now this is ready to go in the oven. I'm going to set the temperature to 395 degrees and I'm going to set the timer for 7 minutes. At about 3.5 minutes in, I'll flip it around. Now is a good time to mention that all oven temperatures will vary slightly and it might take a time or two to get to that sweet spot. It's also a good time to mention that it helps me out tremendously if you hit the like button. If this video has been helpful this far, please go ahead and do that. All done. Let's see how it turned out. I'm so excited. Now you can wait until these tumblers cool off or you can peel them right away. I haven't seen any big difference in the results. I do, however, need a new pair of heat gloves. Mine are wearing out and, well, I probably should just wait. Final results. The colors are a little bit darker than I had hoped for. I was going for a little bit more vibrant, I guess, but the seam is flawless and there is no ghosting at the bottom or the top of the cup, which is exactly what you want. Now let's go through and look at some of the other 3D designs that I have completed throughout the week. They all turned out beautifully in my opinion. I do need to go through and clean the goo up off of the bottoms of the cup. When you tape like this, it does leave a sticky residue on the bottom. It comes right off with a little bit of Goo Gone, or you can use alcohol. But all of these seams, tops and bottoms turned out flawlessly. Not one throwaway. I should also mention that this sublimation paper is from HTVRont and I am using the 105 gram. When I started doing tumblers, I was using 125, and that caused a lot of issues with the seam. It doesn't crease as nicely, and therefore you get some ghosting at the seams. You want the thinner sublimation paper when you're doing tumblers for sure. If you want to hang around and keep crafting with us, hit the subscribe button. If you have any questions or comments about anything in this video, put it in the comments section below. I'll be hanging out there for a while. And if you need more tips and tricks on designing your own sublimation prints, you'll want to watch this video right here. Otherwise, go create something amazing, and I will see you in the next video.